What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts of the Warhammer 40K universe. Once again, we are continuing our Celestial Week as I give you more lore on my own personal take on the 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. So today, I'm diving into the Celestial Sun character bios, giving you a little rundown, a little synopsis as to who the main characters are within this Lost Legion. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into these 40 facts. So let us begin with Tachyon Black. Commander of the elite bodyguard of their Primarch, the Angelus Solaris, Tachyon is the only member who has survived since the inception of this honor guard. He's made it through countless battles, slayed crazed Xenos warlords, and has led the Celestial Sons to victory when all hope had seemed lost. He's even managed to hold his own during the Fractured Sun incident. However, his only defeat was at the hands of one of his own. Icaros, a member of the Angelus Solaris, laid a trap for this famed commander and almost killed him. Now Tachyon has been interred into a prototype dreadnought and lives to enact his revenge. He is the Angel of Vengeance, and he shall burn his enemies with the flames of the Celestial Sun. Icaros. This highly trained Astarte was an expert at utilizing his jump pack in combat. He often fought alongside Tachyon Black and Elric, and Icaros quickly made his name known throughout the 11th Legion. His signature attack began with a hail of plasma fire before he took to the sky. Before the enemy knew what hit him, Icaros already had plummeted down and struck the killing blow via his power sword. It was a sad day indeed when Icaros' betrayal left one of the best warriors on death's door. He orchestrated a surprise attack on Tachyon by alerting both Bellicrax and Dionys, which were members of the Infernal Sons, that he wanted to join Hueco's warband. The combined might of these two bloody eclipses and the surprise attack by Icaros proved too much for this legendary warrior, and thus began Icaros' descent into darkness. Vicus Rowan, the Armored Son. Rowan was an excellent tactician and a fearsome warrior who wields a storm shield unlike any other. During the Great Crusade, Rowan led many campaigns of liberation and achieved exceptional results. During the Fractured Sun incident, he unfortunately was struck down by two Adeptus Custodes and Bjorn the Fell-Handed. He was only spared from death when the Catan Shard began its rampage. Now Vicus Rowan continues his service within a Contemptor Dreadnought. He has also awoken his latent psychic abilities. Donning this new mechanical form, Rowan now goes by the Armored Sun, shielding his battle brothers from harm with his massive storm shield and his new psychic barriers. Sol Oros, the Golden Sun. He is the second in command of the Celestial Sons, and Sol Oros is an expert unlike any other when it comes to wielding close combat weaponry. With Relic Blade in one hand and Thunder Hammer in the other, Oros is quite the sight to behold upon the battlefield. After the Fractured Sun incident, Elric gave Oros the title of Lord Commander, and full control of the remnants of the Celestial Sons were now his to control. He has then begun his goal towards reviving the Emperor and attaining more Catan Shards to finally assault the Adeptus Mechanicus. Dante Hueco, the Midnight Sun. Elric's second in command after Sol Oros, Dante had always had a burning rivalry with Oros. Brandishing dual plasma pistols, Hueco has never once beaten Oros in their duels, and this led him towards realizing that he too was a psyker. Hueco took the newly appointed captain of the assault squads, Varros, as his own bodyguard, and during the investigation on Aldea's moon, Varros, Hueco, and Oros discovered Nurgle's presence. Both Dante and Varros sacrificed themselves to allow Oros to inform Elric of Nurgle's threat. However, these two astartes were spared, and the Changer of Ways, Zeech, corrupted these astartes. Dante then vowed to destroy the Imperium, beginning with the 11th Legion. But first, Dante Hueco must create the Chaos Warband, the Infernal Sons, and in doing so, he called himself the Midnight Sun. Varros of the Dawn's Lance was an extraordinary assault marine, so much so that Dante Hueco told the assault squad captains to keep an eye on him, for he was sure to have great things befall him. While hunting for the remnants of the war boss Deadfist's orcs, Varros' captain was killed, and in a fit of rage, Varros unleashed a massive psychic attack that incinerated the mob of orcs. This would be his one and only time wielding psychic powers, but this incident informed Elric that his legion had indeed psychic capabilities. Varros was then promoted to captain of the assault squads, until Dante Hueco promoted him to his own personal bodyguard. With his spear and storm shield combo, Varros quickly became Hueco's right-hand man. Both Varros and Hueco eventually fell to chaos, but Varros' feats caught the eye of Khorne, the god of war, and eventually was elevated to demonhood. Marabi the Form Seeker is the weakest of the known Catan, due to her necrodermis body being damaged while she fought off the Deceiver, who was trying to consume her. Because of this, she tends to wrap herself in a cloak of her surroundings, which she then absorbs into armor. For example, she can cloak herself in magma and molten rock, or even absorb the properties of Necron obelisks to harden her necrodermis. Because of these abilities, she has sentient necrodermis, and she is immune to natural law. Her powers consist of seismic assault and the sky of falling stars. Aranku the Ripper is a Catan shard that specializes in altering reality around itself. It has gained the name the Ripper due to him leaving tears in reality wherever he goes. This was one of the more difficult Catan that the Necrons had to fight with in order to contain him. However, the spear tip of Alec Elric contained a tiny fragment of this mighty ancient god. This cosmic tyrant used its entropic touch to slay Adeptus Custodes and Space Marines unlike any other. It was finally defeated with the aid of the Sisters of Silence, but not before its transdimensional thunderbolt and antimatter meteor devastated the forces of the Imperium. And finally, we come to the Primarch of the 11th Legion, the Light of the Imperium, Alec Elric. I fight to bring my Emperor's dream into realization. The sun's light shall banish the darkness of the galaxy, and no heretic, Xenos, or demon shall survive. I am Alec Elric, Primarch of the 11th Legion, and none shall stay my wrath. Throughout his life, Elric has been getting visions of future events, but unbeknownst to him, these are the work of the Chaos God Zeech, each vision tugging the Primarch deeper and deeper into the schemes of the Changer of Ways, but he continues to guide his legion forward towards the benefit of humanity. With shield and sword at hand, Elric has liberated thousands of humans throughout the Great Crusade, so much so that humanity has dubbed him the Light of the Imperium. But the brightest light often casts the darkest shadow. And with that being said, that concludes our character bios for the Celestial Sons. Now, this was a part 2. We do have a part 1 to the character bios of the Infernal Sons. Now, there is a little bit of overlap between the two videos, so I'm going to link it at the end of this video so you can go ahead and watch it. But basically with this video, I focused on the characters' feats when they were still loyalists, basically Fractured Sun Incident, pre-Edict of Obliteration, and then the Infernal Sons kind of takes place afterwards. So let me know what you guys think. Of course, this is just a synopsis into the characterizations of these guys. If you want more lore on them, I will also link the playlist for the Celestial Sun lore, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Now, I will be changing a few things, so that might be a little bit outdated, but it'll give you a good grasp on what's going on, what the storyline is, what events have changed their characters as to who they are now. But like I said, you can go ahead and check that out. If not, just sit tight because we got more lore coming since this is Celestial Sun Week. So sit tight, stay subscribed, and comment down below your thoughts on my fan legion. Of course, this is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.